So I'm Yakub Patel. Name of the business is Axon Physical Therapy and Wellness, and we are located here in Alden Park, Illinois. I wanted to have some control over what I did with my own work. Basically, I set my own techniques, principles, how I deal with patients and how I conduct my profession, so that was the whole motivation. Basically, is the choice. Number one, patients have flexibility with me in terms of scheduling the time to come and see me here. Also, I have a lot more flexibility in terms of what I can do with them. And also, I don't have any restrictions as to what kind of insurance companies they have or what kind of medical coverage they have. I can determine what kind of patient I can treat. Medicare, most of the people are elderly and most of them have Medicare. Some of them are private insurance people. There are lots of things about billing, for example. First, we started out with outsourcing our billing process. That delayed our payments for a long time, for the simple reason because we had to communicate with the billing company. The billing company would bill them, and if there were any problems, then we have to communicate back and forth. So lots of times it would take anywhere from 2 to 3 months before you got paid. Then we checked into different vendors to see how we could expedite that so we don't have to outsource it. So basically then what we did was we bought this software package, so that we can do our billing. So now the turnaround time is just like 2 to 3 weeks, so that has made a big difference. First of all, finding the right place at the right location was a challenge, because number one, you have to have affordable space available, right kind of location where it is accessible for physically handicapped, have all the other facilities which would facilitate handicapped people. And the third thing then was to make sure that we are in compliance with all the codes, required by the town, and that takes a long time, to get through, because there are sometimes little things, that we don't remember or don't do it right in the beginning, and then we have to go through multiple inspections before we get it right. This place was just basically unusable at the time, so we had to repaint all the walls. We had to recarpet the area. Then we had to redecorate everything, and then all the things that we need, all the curtains and treatment tables and all the equipment, we had to do that from scratch. If I had to do it all over, first of all, I would do lots of pre-planning, before I got started. First of all, making sure that before signing the lease, we had all the proper conditions understood, with the landlord. Number two, making sure that there is no time lapsed between when you start paying the rent and when you start the actual business. Also making sure that all the requirements for the code requirements by the city are fulfilled beforehand, so that we don't waste any time trying to get it started. And also, I would do it differently in terms of setting up all the infrastructure before I got started, like billing process, making sure that everything that all the process that we had to do were in place, so that there is no delay. Not really, no. No, because there were things, that which were surprises, so because of the lack of knowledge beforehand about codes for the city, in terms of certain things with the landlord, we did not have very clear understanding about the lease, so those are the things, that I would really check next time around.